Hey guys, welcome to the video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a crack at fixing some windshield cracks. Pardon the pun, guys. So I'm going to get it set up. The first thing we're going to do is open it up. So it comes with a razor, and that's actually the first step, is to use the razor very carefully to get little small chips out of the chip in the glass. So if there's little bits of glass on it, on the inside of the crack, you want to get those little bits out. So we're going to use this very carefully. If it's an older chip, it probably doesn't have any loose bits of glass in it, and this one's pretty old, so we're actually good here. And then you're going to want to clean off the windshield. You're going to want to use I just used some Windex and some isopropyl alcohol to clean off the area right where the crack is. Then the next step is to set up our little applicator. So it comes with a couple parts, guys. So there's this part. This suction cups around the crack, and then this screws right into there once you get a suction cupped on. But first, what we're gonna do is unscrew this. Okay, so now we have a hole that we can see through. So we're gonna screw this into here. This is how we're gonna line it up perfectly against the crack. So when you look right through the hole, we're gonna place that hole right over the crack that we're going to fix first. So I'm going to be trying to fix 3 cracks today. So I'm going to try and get this directly over the hole. Then guys, we're going to press down on the suction cups. You don't want to press too hard if it's a scarier crack. You just want to press until you get the air out of the suction cups. You'll hear them make a little pop noise. And guys, I'll have the link to this windshield repair kit down in the description below if this works out. If it doesn't, then I'll be recommending against using this, but we'll see together if this works or not. So the next step is to screw down this screw portion until it's very tight against the windshield. And you're gonna peer through the top again to make sure that the hole is directly beneath it. So now that I have the rubber bit on the bottom pressed tightly, creating a tight seal against the windshield, and I have it directly underneath it, I'm going to go ahead and add the resin. Now guys, it says for small ones to do 3 to 6 drops. So this is what the applicator bottle looks like. Take off the cap, and then you can break off this little ball on top, and then we're going to drop in 3 to 6 drops slowly. I'm going to go ahead and do 6 drops. If you do too much, it's just going to mean more to clean up with the razor at the end. So the next thing we're going to do is get a little impact driver right here. And this basically pushes the resin into the windshield. You're going to want to be doing this all in the shade, so the windshield's not too hot and the sun's not beating down on it. So we're just going to keep screwing this in until it's completely all the way down. And you want to check from the inside of the car that you got the resin all the way pressed into the crack. So I'm going to go inside the car real quick and check that. Sorry about the sun, guys, but if you look right there, you may not be able to see it on camera, but the resin is not completely into the crack. I do have it centered directly over it, but it's not completely over the crack. So I'm going to go ahead and go back out, put some more drops in it, and then be back in here. Okay guys, so I added about 4 more drops, and now we're just going to let it sit for a minute to make sure it gets inside the crack completely. You want to let it like propagate through the crack. So guys, once 4 to 5 minutes has passed, we're going to go ahead and unscrew the top piece again, and we're going to try and replace, our goal here is to replace the air, if there's any air trapped in there, to replace it with more resin. So we're going to unscrew the top piece, and then screw it down again. Wait, we're going to release the air, so you guys are going to hear a little pop. It unclicks, and then we're going to screw it back in. So guys, you're going to want to periodically check the inside of the windshield again, so let's go do that. So guys, it says that if you still see any green or black, that it hasn't gotten all the way into the crack yet. I don't know if you can see it on camera again, but there's still some black in there, and so we're going to add some more drops, and then we're going to continue the pressure, take the plunger out again, and put it back in. And it says to just continue trying that until you get no more black or green. So we're gonna give it 4 more minutes though before we do that. So guys, now it's time. We're gonna take out the top one again, and then take it all the way out and push it all the way back in. So I pushed it back in. I'm gonna check the inside of the car again. So guys, in the next step, after we get all the black or green out of there, we'll be using paper towels to wipe up any that comes out after we remove the whole plunger system. So make sure you get paper towels or a microfiber that you don't care to use again after, or before we move on to the next step. I'm gonna check the inside one more time. So guys, I'm still stuck on repeating steps 4 and 5 because I still see black and green in there. I've done it 4 times now. So it may take you some tries. If you have dust or dirt inside of the crack, you need to be really sure to get it out beforehand. Alright guys, I've tried it 8 times now, removing the plunger, putting it back in. I've tried it 8 times the other direction, so you may need to do it a few times. So let's go ahead and take it off. I still see black or green on the inside, black and green on the inside of the crack from the inside of the car, but I'm going to go ahead and remove it and see how far we got. So the directions say to unscrew both of these at the same time and then lift the entire apparatus off of the windshield. So that's what I'm going to do. And have your paper towels ready. And there's little pull tabs on each one of these suction cups, so you can get them off the windshield. Just pull on all the pull tabs. Alright, so this is what we're left with. Let me give you guys a closer look. So guys, now if you have dripping liquid right now, you need to wipe it up with your paper towel. This is the point in the video to do that. The next step, guys, is to cover it with one of these curing strips that this came with. So you take one of these little thin plastic strips, cover the hole. You want to make sure there's no air bubble right where the crack is. So guys, and then we're going to leave it in the sun. It doesn't give an exact amount of time that I can see, but I'm going to leave it out in the sun for about 15 minutes. This is the view of the curing resin from the inside of the car. We have it in direct sunlight, and we're about 2 minutes in. I can still see some of the crack, but hopefully once this resin cures, it will take away at least most of the crack. I read the directions a little more fully, and in another part of it, it says 5 to 10 minutes on the wait time, or until it's completely dry. So it's been over 10 minutes, and it's dry. If I try to move it, it won't budge. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel this off. And then guys, we're getting our razor back out again. And it says for best results, scrape at a 90-degree angle from the glass. So that's directly like this. That's as if you're pressing it directly into the glass. So we're gonna go ahead and scrape off all the excess. Guys, let me show you what we're left with. This is the crack now. And then I'll show you a little clip of the crack before so you guys can see a comparison. Now I'm gonna place a couple more drops of the liquid directly on it and then put a curing strip and see if that'll help it a little bit more. But it definitely went down a little bit. I give you plenty of curing strips, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put a drop directly on it. And then place a curing strip right on it, and then we'll wait 5 to 10 minutes again, and we'll see if that helped at all. Alright guys, so I waited over 10 minutes for it to dry. I'm going to go ahead and remove this. Oh, super easy to remove, weird. Then I'm going to scrape up the old stuff. didn't really look like it did much of a difference. Let me get a closer look for you guys. It's kind of hard to focus on, so I'm putting my finger here. But that is the crack now as it stands. Let me look at it from the inside with you guys. And guys, this is the crack from the inside. So you can see a little bit of white around it. I think there's still a little bit of resin on it. But it did an okay job. Comparing the two images, it did an okay job. I wouldn't say it was amazing or anything crazy, but I think it works best when the crack is new. These cracks are pretty old. I got like 3 cracks on my windshield. They're pretty old, so I think it had some dirt deep down inside of it that I couldn't get out, and that's why it didn't work as well. But if you guys use this on a new crack, I'm sure it would work great, because there are parts of the crack that I can no longer see. It had some pieces that went out of the crack, like it was turning into a real crack instead of just a chip, and it removed a lot of that, or it at least hid a lot of it. So basically, it just gets the liquid inside of it, and the resin like hardens, and then the crack is still technically there, but it's see-through now, and I guess it improves the strength of your windshield. Your windshield is multiple layers though, so these little cracks don't really mess up your windshield too much, really. Like your windshield's still strong even with a crack. So guys, please like, please subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this helped you, please leave a comment below if you have any questions. If there's anything different about it, I can try and help you out. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.